All right, the LA Chargers get kind of the first bad news of the offseason. If you're new to the channel, we are Detroit Lions fans, but this channel fully dedicated to the Chargers. So if you're not new, you know all about it, right? We're Lions fans. I'm all screwed up. Lions lose. Just so powerful, so strong all season, and then run into just a bad matchup, couple turnovers, bing, bang, boom, you're gone. It's like, oh my gosh. So if you're new though, we're Jim Harbaugh fans. We're here in Michigan. We started this channel talking about Chargers. Now it's all we just boom talk about Chargers all off season. So let's do it. So first bad thing that happened. This isn't the worst thing in the world, but it is, and I'll explain to you, is that the odds of the Chargers going overseas in 2025 greatly increased with this new announcement. And it's pretty simple, right? The Browns, Jags, and Jets are going overseas, and they're considered the home team, and the Chargers play at the Jags, and they also play at the Miami Dolphins, who have been announced that they're going overseas as well. So the odds that they're going overseas is pretty much a lock. The problem is, you don't really want to do that because I just think we'll get back to that article in just a second, but here's why this is just not the best, is because it's just a long travel. It's a long season, long travel. It's already hard enough for a West Coast team to go east, and then you go way east, overseas, Europe. It's just, it sucks. And you take away from your fans, because here's the thing about Chargers fans. They're all over the country, much like a lot of fans too, right? It's not just the Chargers, but man, it's pretty cool if you got a lot of, like, I don't know, right? You got Jags, you're a Chargers fan, and I guess not so much for LA, but like especially for like Detroit or some of these cold weather places. If they go play like at a warm weather place, they got a lot of fans there that have moved or whatever, and then you take it overseas. So I know it's not a home game, but you're still missing out. A lot of fans are going to miss out on that, and it's just a long season, and it's going to be a travel, and it's going to be weird because typically when you go over there, they like to match that up with like a Monday night or like a Thursday night game, and then give you extra time, but you really don't, because it's more travel, and it's just, it messes up. I'm not a fan of it. I get it, and I know why they want to do it, and they want to expand the game globally and the whole thing, and that's the thing. You just kind of, you say, it's fine, it's for entertainment, we're enjoying it, we're having fun here, but it's just like, that sucks. And that's one of the things, and the only reason I know this, because the Lions have not gone overseas in a long time, and it's been so nice, because they did there for a couple years in a row, and it's just, it messes you up. So that is the first, like, okay, bad news, because as we've watched this kind of develop for the Chargers, you've got what should be close to $100 million in cap space. Even as your quarterback is one of the most highest paid quarterbacks, you still have a ton of cap space. You've got nothing but momentum riding into the offseason. Like, culture's built, foundation's there, year 2, let's go. Whereas the Lions, and usually I don't talk about the Lions this much on the channel, but they just lost, and just feels good to talk about it. Just feels good. Is Lions is like, let's go. Last year, NFC Championship game, lose, you're 1/2 away. This year, it's like, let's go. Injuries, and it just couldn't overcome it. You just kind of head into the offseason, just kind of like down, where the Chargers should be pumped. Like, let's go. Go in the offseason. What do we got? What are we doing? Speaking of that, here's what you're doing. This latest mock draft is pretty awesome, and I really like it. So check this one out. It has you selecting Matthew Golden, wide receiver out of Texas, and then you take Mason Taylor, tight end out of LSU. Remember, we already looked at him. You can go back a couple videos, but there's 4-star tight ends, and I think there's a couple superstar tight ends, and he's not one of them, but Mason Taylor would be a great tight end you can get in the second round. Son of Jason Taylor. Okay. Right here. He's no Brock Bowers, 100%. But he's just a really good player that you can get. 6'6", 250. Let's go. But Matthew Golden, check this dude out. He is just got the wiggle, the size, the speed. Look at this one. It's like, reads it perfectly. The Georgia guy's like, I'm all over you. No, you're not. Man, this is This is what the Chargers are missing. It'll be interesting to see what Joe Ortiz and Jim Harbaugh do. Do they say, we don't need that, it's never been a thing for us, we're not doing it? Or, yeah, it's 2025. It would be real nice to have a game changer on the outside with Ladd McConkey. Because what's going to happen if you don't is teams are like, all right, look, Ladd McConkey's really good. We're going to press him. We're going to double him. You're going to really, really take him away. And what happens is Justin Herbert's like, I got to get the ball to him. I at least got to try. And then you force it. Saw this for years. I mean, he's no Kelvin Johnson, but saw it for years, the lines of Kelvin Johnson, where they're just like, you felt like you had to get it to him, even though teams were triple teaming him. It's like, I got to find a way to get it to him. And you just messed up your whole offense if you don't have a couple guys, right? You just have to. So, again, what you could do, and I don't think the Chargers will do this, but what you could do is go wide receiver, tight end, go interior offensive line in free agency, and do the strategy I talked about last time, where I was like, get some of these older guys, 1-year deal, just shore it up for a year, and just know that you've got it. And if the draft falls right, you can get some more interior offensive linemen, great. But if not, you've got your offensive line set, and then you can go wide receiver, tight end. I would do that. So let me know in the comments. Again, our main channel is Sports Talk Detroit. You can go check us out over there. Some of you have already gone over there and just showed some love. I appreciate that. But hey, Chargers fan, or I came over from Sports Talk Chargers. So yeah, it's kind of a weird time, right? Just like there's every fan base there. It's crazy because one fan base is happy, will be happy at the end of this whole thing. The rest are all in different spots. Some are like, we underperformed. Some are we overperformed. That's what the Chargers are. Man, we overperformed. We exceeded expectations. Now, right? Then you go into high expectation mode next year, and then if you don't win, then you're like, well, no, we suck. You could still like probably make the playoffs and lose a game and be like, oh my gosh, we sucked because expectations were higher. We thought we could get a little deeper. Football and the business of football is a beautiful thing, because one team's happy, and even that team that wins is like, all right, let's go. It's time to repeat next year. Let's do it. But it's one team, and then the rest are searching for answers. And pretty amazing. Tom Brady won 7, by the way. That makes no sense, and it's so impossible to do that given injuries and just everything. It's so hard to do that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.